Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video to showcase the progress I made over 9 days drawing 300 of these little box mannequin peoples. And I got these poses from Pinterest. So yeah, and the date's gonna be on the top so you guys know what day it is that I drew these. So yeah, without further ado, you obviously tell at the beginning, it's pretty clumsy and the proportions are really bad, and it's only gonna get worse from here for a little bit. So yeah, and then same here, very sloppy. I'm not gonna uh, describe every single one to you guys because that's gonna get really annoying really fast after 300, right? But you obviously see the proportions are just really bad, and I didn't really know what I was doing too much. Obviously, I was just like, I know if you like, I don't know. I've seen people just they do different things, right? They draw boxes or they draw like some different shapes down here, and I wasn't really too sure what I was supposed to be doing exactly, but yeah. Again, just trying out different poses, very sloppy. I tried, I think, right here, doing some foreshortening, but obviously didn't go well. I'm not really planning out the poses too well for lines not to overlap too much, but yeah. Still the same day, still very sloppy, still terrible. um, this is day two, and it's getting a little better. But it's still very sloppy. Obviously, the proportions are really bad. I'm not really thinking too much of proportions too much, but I would like to have it like roughly in the ballpark. Like I'm obviously not um thinking about like how many heads down the figure is or placing like the elbows in the exact right spot of where it would be like anatomically correct. But yeah, again, you obviously see proportionality. That's even a word. Really bad. It's getting a little better, but these poses are pretty easy because it's just really just standing poses. Nothing really too crazy. But yeah, it's getting a little better. Then this is day three. Trying a different pose I haven't tried. Um, and you can obviously see we've gotten a bit better at what we're doing. Still kind of off, but this was kind of a weird angle where the eye level was really low. And speaking of that, I started really thinking more about the placement of the camera in terms of where like the eye level is, and I think that really helped out a lot when drawing these boxes in the correct perspective. Again, it's getting better, and then I was able to draw a more um, I don't know what you would call this. I guess the like a really high eye level where you're looking like down at the figure. And we're obviously getting a lot better at doing this. Again, this is still day three. Um, again, day three, and then this is day four. I think these were like Spider-Man references, so I think the next few are gonna be a lot of Spider-Man references. Obviously, because you can just see him swinging around and stuff and doing some really dynamic poses. Uh, but you can obviously see we got better at with the foreshortening for one, and then on top of that, we're no longer how on the ones before how we were drawing over other lines because we weren't planning that much, right? So got better at that. Also, the proportions are a little bit better than before. Not perfect. I'm still not thinking like this wasn't really a practice of proportions too much. So yeah, still day four. And then I started throwing in like other people, I guess within the poses, and I think we've gotten a lot better. I got a lot more comfortable. I think I started drawing these a little bit faster now. As you can see, this is day 5. And then really started throwing in more characters within the poses and trying to go for different eye levels here. Then still day 5, more throwing in different characters because it kind of got fun at that point to do. I started getting really comfortable drawing these different characters in different poses. And then just a bunch of soccer stuff, obviously. I think I then at this point I started trying drawing the what's it called, the rib cage with like the cape over it. Not really that good at doing that, obviously. So yeah, right. Just more of that, trying to draw the rib cage correctly. Then more of the same. More of the same, obviously, and then try and draw the skeleton instead of the box peoples. And at this point, the proportions got really wonky because somebody had tried drawing from like imagination, trying to throw my own poses in there instead of just straight from Pinterest. So yeah, I mean, some of these are from God, can't speak. Some of these are from Pinterest, and then this one is not from Pinterest, and I think my phone is recording vertically. That's great. This was from Pinterest, and then this was just from imagination, trying to get perspective down and drawing another mannequin within the perspective. Again, trying to draw other mannequins within the perspective. So, like, correctly. This was trying to draw it from imagination. I wasn't really too sure what to do with this. And then I tried drawing like a leg kicking someone, but the leg, I don't know. I should have drawn this as like a punch instead of a whatever that was. But yeah, day 8. Yeah, day 8. More of the same, pretty much. Some of these are trying to draw from imagination. Um, then at this point, I watched the modern day James video where he says that he uses like an egg shape with a semicircle cut out of it, and obviously I didn't do that great at it, but this was just me practicing doing that. And then obviously with the like this little wedge shape, this V shape on the bottom, I just tried drawing it from different perspectives as well, with references from Pinterest. And at this point, you can see there's like some resemblance of the box shape. I tried drawing with as little lines as possible just to get the perspective down, and then draw the rib cage within that that box. So, and then this little for the head, this shape I got from Cynic's designs of how he draws heads from different perspectives, and this is just really easy to draw. I keep I keep messing up with the looms heads in perspective. So yeah, I just kind of quit doing that. And you can see these mannequins got a lot better. They just look more put together and well constructed compared to uh, like earlier ones, right? So just want to go to like the very beginning ones, like these versus these now. Looks so much better now. Again, so much better. I'm pretty happy with how these two came out specifically. I think this was day 9 right here. Then again, just more of the same. And then at this point, I started I started this one with the gun, and then I started this one with the gun as well. And then at that point, I just pretty much just drew the whole reference. The same with all of these ones. Instead of just drawing this, even though my my plan was to draw this, but I just ended up like getting carried away with drawing all of this because it was actually pretty surprising that because of all the practice I did before of drawing these like um, the rib cage and the pelvis and all that stuff. I think when it did come time to finally draw these um, drawings, I had a much better understanding of like the underlying structure instead of like just drawing it line for line. I had more of an understanding of like the volume and the perspective that goes underneath the clothing. And I'm not sure. I didn't really get the. I didn't get it perfect, obviously, but I still am pretty proud of how well it came out and how relatively easy it was to draw these after drawing all the other stuff. So yeah, I think that's the end. And then I just got into like some gestural drawings, and I might make another video on that because I did pretty much the same thing I did with this, but just I draw like 500 gestures. I'm not gonna get to it, but thank you for watching and peace.